Hey guys, I was gonna put the intro in there, but I couldn't get it to go up, so that's okay. Let me try to readjust here 1 second, guys. Let me make sure everything's working. Sure my voice is being picked up. And get some new mic in here. Okay, so you can hear me. Boom, there I am. All right, looks like everything's working. So make sure we up this 1 second. All right, guys. So, all right, we have my tea over here, so I'll spill it. I'm just coming on to do some updates about the show and where I'm going to go with it. I'm kind of getting a little burned out with trying to get people on the show. I get them lined up, and yes, sometimes I have to reschedule with some guests, and they obviously don't have patience for it, or they cannot. I mean, I get it. I'm messing with your time too, but at least I let you know ahead of time that we might need to go on an hour later than the time I say. But if that's gonna stick a thorn on your side, then so be it. No loss for me. I'm here to show your story and let people hear it and go from there, right? So I'm not trying to be sarcastic either. I'm just okay. So get readjusted here. Hey, clear my throat. All right. Sure. Okay. So problem is that I do this calendar thing to set up shows. I have been refreshing it on social media. It comes, pain in the ass to do. I'm rethinking my show, guys. I've been doing some lot of thinking. I'm seeing my subscriber numbers went up a little bit. Cool. I mean, I don't know, is that 210? Can't remember. It's not a lot, but you know what? It's somewhere, right? I'd like to get 1,000 or better so I can get more. So the whole idea with the show is I'm going to be starting to do live shows, and I'm going to do some solo shows, and I'm going to do pre-recorded shows. But there's going to be a lot more live shows going on for you guys. I'm going to come up with little special things to do and talk about certain things like Mountain Man Explore the Truth, right? The whole idea for me was when I first got into this is to share people's experience and what they've gone through and, be told. But the problem is there's so many people doing the same thing now. I need to go a different route with it. So Mountain Explorer Truth is going to be a little bit different now. I'm going to do guesses on the show still. I'm going to bring people on and talk about their experience and all that. But I'm also going to rule out all the hoaxers and Hollywood side of it too. I know that's going to stick a thorn in some people's sides because we got a bunch of different sides when it comes to the cryptid world, paranormal world, you name it, anything. So I get told I'm more, I don't know. I get certain people messaging me. I actually got quite a few messages from it, actually. They want me to go a little bit back to who I am, being me, just being plain old me. Because I try to figure out what they meant by that. So I went into my old shows into now shows and other shows. I get what they're saying. They like hearing me speak and talk about certain things, which I find very honoring. I mean very awesome. Because I didn't expect that at all. Sorry guys, I'm a little tired. So I meant to go up earlier and do this, but it's just kind of a spirit of moment updates and what's to come. I'm gonna go a different path with the show. I've been doing a lot of thinking the last couple of weeks. I want to do special topics on things. Maybe we'll talk about a lot of Bigfoot stuff, which is going to happen all the time. We're talking about Bigfoot no matter what. I'm going to talk about other things too as well. We're going to talk about hoaxers, and we're going to talk about people staging things and making up stuff for their experience just to get attention. Which that's what I call the Hollywood side of it. Unfortunately, we deal with that a lot when it comes to the crypto world, Bigfoot and UFOs and so on. We got a lot of people hoaxing things and making up their stories, and we hear a lot of people's experience when it comes to the crypto world, right? Are they all believable? Um, I think some are. And what I mean by some, it's pretty low percentage, guys. Um, the higher end of it is more people just telling the story. Um, there's great storytellers out there. I give them that. They can write books, but a lot of them do write books, and it's just telling a story. Did they truly have those experiences? We won't really, we'll never really know. We're going by what they're saying, like that's like me telling you about my experience. I know what happened, and that's what's important to me. I know these things happen, and they're true to me. Um, but I'm telling you what, there's some people that tell some great stories out there, and my best advice to them is stick to the books, fiction, I guess. Um, I like to see a lot more people come forward with their truth, their true experience. And I got pointed out about my show, the name Mountain Man Explorer the Truth. And that's what it's supposed to be about, right? That's what they asked me. And I go, yeah. Do you question all your guests on the show? Like, do you believe them all? And I'm going to be honest on here. I do believe most of them. I believe most of them had true experience. Some of them I do question. There's actually some recent shows I question, but I let them speak their truth. Probably the latest episode I just did, I question that one too. Um, I feel like that's just a story, in my opinion. Um, Unfortunately, when you deal with certain guests on the show, they get upset that you're not. I don't know. It's just they don't have to be an a-hole when you have to reschedule the time and day, and that's what you get. Sometimes some people become a-holes. That's when I feel like they're more hollow. That tells me they're not being patient and want to tell the truth. Unfortunately, you're going to get that when you're doing this kind of things. You're going to get some naysayers. You're going to get some people that, don't like what you're doing with your show. And you're going to have people don't like the way the path you're going with your show. And you know what? It's my show. I'm going to do the way I want to do. I'm sorry I didn't make my time available for you to have your time on my show. If your story, your experience, whatever it is that important, you probably should do your own show. Um, that's all it is. Story until you back it up with some evidence. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to start a war with the crypto world, but I'm going to get to the bottom of things. I'm going to go into a little deeper. I'm going to investigate people's topics and I'm going to investigate topics. I'm going to investigate their experience. I'm going to investigate these researchers. But the most important thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to say their name. I'll let you figure it out. I'll let you figure out who I'm talking about. And I had a friend of mine remind me of that. He watches my show and listens to it, and he could tell he helped me reel back. He reeled me back like on a fish. He reeled me back to go, hey man, go back to what you were, man. That's when I was catching, interest in the show, and he kind of just helped me remember what I was trying to go about my show. I made some great friends doing the show too. I mean, I met uh Matt, I met Rye, um, through the show, not in person. And I had Donna on the show. I love Donna. She's a great gal. She's getting really known out there with her experience, The Watchers of the Woods. If you haven't listened to that episode, check it out because that was probably the most legitimate experience I ever heard. Shout out to you, Donna. I really enjoyed her. I love and enjoy her company. She's awesome. I need to get her back on the show. She's been too busy. They've been keeping her busy. She's actually been in a magazine too. And shout out to Al. Al has been on my show many times too. I'm gonna have to reach out to him and bring him back on. He's a like-minded guy too when it comes to this thing. 'Cause he knows what I'm talking about when it comes to Hollywood side and the rules side of it. He's a pretty legitimate guy. Another great guy guest I had on the show. So is Matt. Matt Imsh. He's on Planet 412, man. I heard he's coming back soon. Hope he's healing good, feeling better. Come back. I just hope he does better. Oh man, the tea's getting too cold too fast. And shout out to Rye. He's seen him on my show many times. And Um, I mean, it's been on a few times. Where's the hell is that? Excuse me for a second, guys. Someone just did something weird on my screen. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. And I'll get back on track. Where was I? I forget already. Um, I have, I got a problem too because I got ADHD. I'm starting to look, now I understand why I think and do things the way I do. I get sidetracked, and I didn't realize how bad I had it. I knew I had it, but I didn't know how bad I had it. But I got it. So my wife's made a good point. She goes, forget it, people. Do solo shows and come up with topics to talk about. And she goes, you like to talk. You don't have to talk to a guest, or listen to their experience. You can talk about the topics and keep your show going. She's right. I shouldn't have to wait on releasing an episode all the time because I don't have a lot because it's hard to get people on the show. Problem with that is I'm digging deeper into it too because I just got messages from other people as well. They go, Do you ever wonder why they don't come on your show?" I go, Sometimes I do." And they go, "It's the name of your show." "What do you mean the name of my show?" I was like, "What the hell?" I was getting a little offended by it, right? Mountain Man spoiled the truth, and they said it to me again, truth, and it dawned on me. I go, "Oh, I think you're giving me a compliment." They go, "Yeah, that tells you that there's a lot of people not telling the truth. If they're willing to come on, if they want to tell their truth, they're willing to come on." And this particular person made me realize that. You ever think about that? Like you're promoting your show pretty good. I see it everywhere on there. I see it, and you're telling me you're not getting too many people to come on. I go, yeah, that's because they're not telling the truth. They're lying. They're just making up a story. And they go, but I had some people on the show that I'm not 100% bottom, but I think it's a great story and a great experience. Is it true? I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't call them a liar. So I don't believe every single person on my show, but I got a good handful of them I do. There's a couple I question, but they were a great guest. Respect them. I'm not going to call them names on them. I like to bring them back on and catch up with them, actually. Because it doesn't mean I don't believe them. But they had a good point. Truth. So that's where we need to get to the bottom of this. Do you think maybe they're shying away from my show because I'm trying to explore the truth, share the truth? So he made me start thinking, I not just him, but on my own. I started thinking, I'm going to go a different route with my show. I think I'm going to go dig deep into people's experience and rate it, 50%, 90%. And it's just my opinion. You don't have to, buy it. You don't have to agree with it. You can disagree with my opinion. That's okay. I need to go back to that, right? So I might not believe everything I see or, on here. We got an AI issue for one. I think the AI is great for some things, making little thumbnails here and there. But the problem with AI is people see it too much on here. They're looking at it. Let's say they look down mine. I see that AI generated picture of somebody's show. They're going to just skip through because they're going to think it's just AI. You know what I mean? Uh, Ryan pointed that out to me actually. Said it's almost better to put a photo of yourself and the guest on the show, the name, and go that route. People won't, run on by it. It's got a good point. Got a good point. So never thought about it. So the updates on the show, guys. You're gonna see a lot more of me doing live shows, just talking. If I get a random guest on the show who wants to do a live show with me, you're welcome to come on. All you gotta do is comment in this chat box over here, guys, and I'll bring you on if you want to come on. I'm gonna try to reach out to some past guests and bring them on, just catch up with them, and we're gonna do live shows. I'm also gonna do pre-recorded shows still and edit them, but there's gonna be less of that. There's gonna be more like live shows, and I'll edit it to audio for the listening wise too. But there's gonna be a whole lot more live shows. When I do shows, I'm gonna have a lot more guests coming on, doing live shows. Just go into it, That's what I'm gonna do different. I think it's a little more fun, and I don't see a lot of people doing it. I see a handful, but not a lot. Some people hesitate about doing lives because they're going in unprepared sometimes, or they're just, worried about what they're going to say, or some awkward something happened. It happens. I might have a pause moment, like I'm looking at my stuff, make sure it's working right. So, so yeah, going back to people, past guests that wanted to come on, and I had to reschedule. I apologize to a particular one person that was supposed to do a show tonight. It was only an hour pushback, so I don't know what time frame you're on, but I wouldn't have had you on until 8 o'clock, like it said on there, anyways. Mic time, which is let's see, about 2 hours ago. Um, so it would only been an hour difference. Um, you know, I don't know what the problem was, but that's okay. Don't wish me luck because I don't need it. I got luck. I'm doing just fine. Doing the show that I want to do. I'm doing the way I want to do it. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for me because I want to get more into understanding what's going on in the world of people. You're a guest on my show. You're lucky that I give you the time to bring you on and let you tell your experience and your story or whatever it is. And I appreciate people coming on my show because I enjoy their company. But if you're going to be rude about it, then you could just, that's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to say no more. So I just can't stand people who think they're something special, like they're a Hollywood star or something like that. You're not a Hollywood star. Let's make it that plain and simple. You ain't no star. That's not what your experience is supposed to be about. If you're telling the truth, you're not trying to look into fame. You're just trying to get it aware and let people know what's going on. And I think it's important people know your truth and your experience. So it's a red flag to me when people act like that, act shady and upset because they're trying to promote a movie, I guess. Was it really happening what they experienced? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they're just doing it to try to get rich off it. I don't know. Because I do hear them talking about making money on this and that. The only person I find interesting that did a book, excuse me, 1 second, please. Dog aren't going along. Anything moves outside, they probably do that. So that's another thing with the live stuff, right? Hold on a second. Oh, they stop. Ah, hey. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I know I walked away during a live show. Sometimes stuff like that's gonna happen. Um, damn Chihuahuas, man. I got some German Shepherds and my wife's got some Chihuahuas. They're all our dogs, but man, they're a pain in the butt, these little Chihuahuas. They bark at anything that moves. Ugh. I tell you what, don't ever have that many dogs. It only happened because we are animal lovers and we want to. Oh shoot, did I not mute it? Hope so. Yeah, I did. So yeah, he might laugh at my show sometimes. Do some funny stuff. Anyways, excuse me. I'll probably do another live tomorrow because I'm gonna try to do a live like a lot to help build up the YouTube channel. But anyways, I wanted to share with you guys one of the interesting book I've read so far. I've been reading a little bit, and it's a really nice guy. Yeah, I just ripped it for a minute there, guys. Oh, sorry, I thought I ripped something on it. Oh, crap. Okay, no, I just. All right, you know who you are if you're watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate him coming on the show. Mr. Peak was awesome. I enjoyed the book so far. It's one of the guys that had a great experience up there in Idaho in the hoodoo. He's definitely a believable experience. Be sure to check out this book. Reach out to him on Facebook. We'll hook you up with the book. This kind of stuff. I would support. He gave this to me as a gift, and I'm really honored that he did that. I would have paid for it. Stuff like this, I would pay for because he's not out there trying to, you know, get rich off it. If he does, that's okay because it's a true story. I could definitely buy this one. He's got a credible experience there. So I'm not just saying that because he had it on my show. It's just really detailed and well told. Um, so people like that, I appreciate, will respect, and bring them on. Goodness sakes, I hope I'm not muted. 1 second. Okay, it's good. It's good. Anyhow, I don't see anybody in the chat room because they know I haven't been on for a while. I hope you see this and watch to the end. If you have, I appreciate you coming in and say hello. Leave a comment and let me know what your thoughts are on what I'm going to go with the show. If you're somebody who wants to come on the show, just leave a comment and I'll reach out to you and I'll bring you on. Like I said, I'm going to do a lot of live shows now. So I'm going to try to give people heads up though. I'm going to try to do a little pre-head up thing. Like some the show ahead of time that I'm going to bring on. Right now, I'm working on thinking of some topics to talk about. We're going to go back to do a little bit of reaction video as well. A little bit of that, not a lot, just a little bit to talk about the topics. But I am going to get into some hoaxers, that especially comes to researchers and people who had encounters because we're dealing with a lot of hoaxers, guys. There's no way there's that high a percentage of these sightings going on. Um, in my opinion, I don't think so because I don't think there's a whole lot of them. I think there's a good amount, but I think a whole lot of them been taken out. Bigfoots, for example, and and people misidentify things too as well. Like me, when I had an experience seeing that Bigfoot across the canyon, was it a Bigfoot? I don't know. Don't know for 100% sure. I like to think it was because it was big, standing up upright, and it was moving nice. I don't know, smooth like grass. And when I saw that man over there, he looked like a dwarf to that thing. I mean, small. No offense to little people. Um, it was small. So I know I saw something big upright. I don't know what to think. I seen some orbs out there. I seen shadow people. I seen a ghost when I was a kid, for freaking sake, more than once. So is it a gift? I don't know. I think everybody has experiences of things they just don't realize, you know. So I just wanted to come on here and just give you updates and what's to come. I'm not coming on here to try to expose these people. I want you to figure it out on your own. You know what I'm saying? I want you to figure it out here on who these people are. I'll leave that to Mr. Duffy. Shout out to Mr. Duffy. He will. He will call them out. Trust me, he's known in the world of the Bigfoot world, cryptids and all. He will call them out. I appreciate that. That's why I respect him because at least somebody's out there doing that. I'm gonna do something similar, but I'm not gonna put names out there, because I don't want to get in trouble or, you know, banned for some reason. Or build a hate group. You might build a hate group because you're doing this. So I'm gonna go a different route with this. I'm going to share some experience with you guys as well. I'm going to go out and check out areas that are supposedly haunted and Bigfoot sightings and other things. I'm going to do those and upload it on YouTube only. So those will be little special videos I will do only for YouTube, not audio. So if you're hearing this in on audio, because well, this one might not be on audio. This is just an update thing, so the other ones will be. This is just an update what's to come. So I'm not gonna put this on the audio. So I'll be sure to put that in the next video. I'll say what I plan to do because I will bring up little, you know, catch ups, touch up on what I was going to do so people understand, get people caught up. So that's why I'm going to go different with the show because I get tired of trying to get guests on the show, trying to make time to come on because I have opened my schedule wide open. The mistakes I make is having trying to come on my work days, and I was just trying to make it work for them to be able to come on. So I'm going to change the calendar up a little bit. I'm going to make it where certain days it's wide open for me to bring people on. So it's going to be cut down shorter. Um, But like this, nighttime like this, I'd be like, hey, come on, let's chat for an hour. BS. Like I'm gonna bring once I know Matt's back, I'm gonna bring him back. I like to bring Mom and Kata. Is this my new logo, permanent logo on here? I think so. I like it. It's kind of cool looking. Until I think of something better down the road, I'm gonna always have a new logo. It'll always be named Mountain Man Explorer True. It's an interesting topic getting into these Bigfoots and you know these other types of cryptids. The S walkers, um, the crawlers, aliens, ghosts, little tiny creature people things, whatever, fairies. A lot of fairy reports coming forward, which is kind of creepy. And little gnome people. Little I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff that's coming forward. I believe I've always had an open mind to that stuff. So, but I've been told I've been gifted with something. I get told by certain people in my life. They told me, I think you can see right through the BS. I go, well, I say, yeah, good percentage I can. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've been fooled on some things, but yeah, I can see through BS once I listen careful to somebody's experience and what they've gone through. And I've seen a lot of that on other people's shows. In fact, I see other podcasters starting to think about doing something different too, because I could tell they're kind of getting burned out bringing guests on because they're having a hard time or they're getting the same kind of vibe topic. They want to keep it different and keep it going, right? Keep it interesting for guests to listen to and people to listen to. So for those of you out there just coming in the show and enjoying it, I hope you are enjoying it. But I got some new things coming, and I hope it attracts more attention, more support for the show, because I want to speak to you. I want to bring the truth to you. I want to have a discussion with you and see your opinions and what your thought is on these people's experience and researchers. Researchers. I say that because they all get one mindset. Um, particular person, I'm not gonna, particular person came on my show, and I've had a few shows where I didn't want to bring them on, and the reason for that was um, because they're one-minded, one side mind on when it comes to Bigfoot, and they start pointing out this guy's wrong, this person, girl's wrong, whatever. I get that, I get that, but these one certain researchers think they know everything. I'm sorry, but you don't. If you did, we all have it figured out. We'd be talking about something else, right? Thanks, Stuffy. Thank you, man. Glad I knew you pop in eventually. I got new shit coming to the show, bro. I'm done battling, trying to get people on the show. It's just going to be a little different, and I'm not going to be getting lost in my show. I'm going to keep it the way I wanted to keep it. Again, there's been some great episodes. Yeah, you're right. But I didn't really like the way it was going. So I want to go a little differently. I'm still going to bring guests on the show. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to be a little picky about it now. I want to bring people like you and others on the show that had legitimate experience and good researchers. And, I'm just trying to rule out all the storytelling side of it. I mean, there's some great stories, and that's what it is until they bring up evidence. Um, so I got to be careful how I do it because I don't want to struck a nerve on, put a thorn in somebody's side. But you got to remember, we got the Hollywood side of it, we got the truth seekers, and we got the know-it-all, and we can go on. That list can go on. We got all different stages of when it comes to crypto worlds, man. It is crazy. So, oh, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm trying to be more selective and give everybody a chance to tell their story, their experience. But I'm getting tired of BS being, on the side of it. So I might call out people on things. You know what? That's who I am. Some people might not like it. So that's why I haven't been live for a good couple of weeks because I've been trying to rethink where to go with the show. So some people I see on here gave me ideas and told me some ideas, and I'm just gonna stay being me, man. Um, I'm gonna try not to, when I bring guests on, I'm not gonna try to overtalk them, but I'm not gonna interrogate them either. I'm gonna let them speak their truth and let the audience decide. Basically, I will have questions for them, but I'll try to save that short to the end for now because I want to hear what they got to say in detail. And a lot of times I do answer your questions um, without even asking, but I do want to have good interaction. I don't want to interrupt. And that's my ADHD side of me, because I will interrupt. So I'm trying not to. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna try some different things, and I'm always gonna have a guest on, let them tell the truth. This is what I tell them: if you got a truth to tell to people about your experience, don't hesitate to come on the show. What are you afraid of? It is the truth, right? After all. And that's me calling out all the people out there who had these weird experiences, Bigfoot, Dogman, UFOs, paranormal experience, you name it, conspiracy stuff. If it's true, come on. Here's the mic. Come on the show. Hit me up. I'll bring you. Let's see. Oh no, I wouldn't worry about what other people think. That's one thing good about you, Duffy, is that you don't seem to give a damn what other people think. You call out people. I was talking about you earlier, saying how you just call people out, say how it is, which is totally awesome. That's what I like about you. We need people like you doing that as well. you know. And I'm gonna try to. I'm not gonna be calling people out. I'm gonna call people out, but not. You do a better job of it. Let's just say that. Um, I will say how it is too, and I'll try to tread a little lightly because you know how people are. They get so offended easily, and they misunderstand their point as well. So, and I totally get that. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy his West show still too, but I haven't been listening to him lately. Ain't gonna lie, I haven't listened to him for a while. That goes for a lot of shows. I haven't listened to for a while because I've been too busy with work and other things at home. Oh, right on. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, you'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. That's what I want to do. I want to describe certain people. Uh, even if I believe them, I think they're a truth person to look into and talk to and or listen to, I won't say their name because I figure, you know what? I'll let people figure out who they are I'm talking about. So I'm not gonna try to bash people too bad, but I'm gonna say the truth, what I think, in my opinion. That's it. Um, I'll try to be cool, respectful, and the best thing to do to be respectful is just not say their name because you don't want to deal with the conflict of war. I'm telling you, the crypto world's like war. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's almost it's almost like politics now, when it comes to cryptids. That's another thing I like to bring on the show. You're gonna see me have tea on here, man, just talking about it, or a cup of coffee you want show live in the morning. Could be any time of the day. And I'm not afraid to come on and talk about topics and I might get sidetracked and sometimes I'll see people you in the comment, hey, go back to what you that's fine. Remind me where I was, but I will get sidetracked and off topic. That happens a lot with me. And and my wife pointed that out. She goes, "That's what makes you interesting, though, because you go off topic and sidetrack, and it's keeping it interesting. And if people want to hear more what you were just talking about, they'll bring it right back to it. And go, oh, yeah, that's right. And then you get back into it. Good point. That's what she told me. So I was like, right on, dude. Let me know when you do that. Actually, I always see when you upload something. I've been trying to watch your stuff when I can because I want to sit back and relax and watch the TV. I'll see your thing pop up, and I'm like, oh, very cool. I can see what he's saying. There goes my vibes again. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna mute it for a minute. Give me a minute, Duffy. I gotta go see what the freaking they bark. And I'm back. Had to put it on mute because I had to go deal with these little chihuahuas, man. So that kind of stuff will happen. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, I heard about that one, Duff. That fake Bigfoot body you're talking about. I could tell it was fake too. It was kind of, I don't know. I'm sure you're. What about that? Hmm, I don't know who that is. I forget who that is. There was a particular guy out there. I want to talk about him too, but I can't remember his name. But I'm not gonna say it. He always claims that he always goes here. Here's a hint. Maybe you're talking about, him, but maybe you're talking about somebody else. I'm not sure who that is. Um, Particular guy goes, my father killed this Bigfoot. First, it was just one Bigfoot. Oh, my father killed this one 2 years ago. I praised it up, and you could tell they're paper made looking, Bigfoots. You could tell they're fake. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about there. I'm gonna talk about that guy too. I won't say his name, but I'm gonna probably show a picture clip. That's okay, I think. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call out all the hoaxers too, all the people that are trying to ruin it, because there's a lot of people that are truly having these experiences. So that's what pisses me off is I'm getting tired of all these people faking, stuff. And I don't know, just really sticks a thorn in my side. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Same guy. Same guy. We're talking about the same guy. Yeah, with the body parts. Yeah, he's full of it, dude. He's full of it. You know those damn well are not real. And I think he knows that we know. He's just if they were real, you know, the the government, like you said, the government would have took them. And they wouldn't look like that. I mean, they don't look right. You can tell they look fake. Awesome, dude. Yeah, make sure it doesn't get contaminated and maybe get that tested. 'Cause a lot of people, that's what happens. They'll get a hair and they accidentally contaminate it and it'll come back contaminated and human and something else. But that's the thing. They could be wrong. Bigfoot could be some kind of human. I mean, I don't know. If they're connected to the Nephilims, there's a very good chance that they could be part human. Oh, that is wrong. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second. I wasn't expecting to go that fast. One of my charger cables got destroyed, so I got to borrow from this other one and plug it back in. Here we go. Hmm, just stupid notifications. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to bring you on. We'll have to talk about that topic. I mean, he'd be an all right person to talk about anyways because he's exposing himself out there. What can he do? What can he do to us? We could talk about people like that. I just try to be careful with saying her name because you always get these threats, suing you and all that. Like crap. Stupid shit like that. So should watch my mouth too on YouTube, right? I don't know if they're okay with the little cussing, but try not to say the F bomb too much, but that's where I anyways, here I go. I got off topic. Anyhow, I'm probably going to be in it here, Duff, and whoever else that came in and listened. I know it's been a while, so I'm going to be doing some new things for the YouTube channel, though. I'm going to go out and share this experience I found because I went out on trail and I found some interesting things out here in Texas. So I definitely think they're out here. People think they are, But if I was a Bigfoot, I'd be miserable with its community level. So I don't know. I don't know. They must have learned to adapt to it. I don't know. I don't know. If there's Bigfoots out here, they probably have less hair on them. I don't know. That's all I can say is, I mean, how can I deal with that? See, that's only one thing I'm kind of, huh, you know. But anyhow, I'm gonna try to keep it interesting. I would like to bring people like yourself on here, Duff, and Rye. I'm gonna try to bring on Matt and Donna. Donna's an awesome gal. I think you enjoy her. She's pretty legitimate. She calls them the Watchers. You probably enjoy her stuff. She's been on my show before. It's Donna Kappas. I don't even know if I pronounced her last name wrong. You can tell I'm getting tired. Kopis, I think it was. I apologize, Donna, if I pronounce her last name wrong. I'm terrible with last names, especially interesting ones like that. Um, it's okay though. I get it too. People go bottle. Like, no, it's not bottle. It's botel. Some people let it slide. Oh well, they said it. It's done. They call me bottle. No, I'm botel. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna keep it fun and try to help make people laugh as well. But there will be some serious topics. I just had to come on and rant about a particular person not willing to flex with my time frame because, just 1 hour difference. And to be honest, not a loss for me because I really didn't buy his experience too well, but I still shared the show with everybody to let them judge it. It was a good show, and that's all it was. It was a good show, and I say more of a story, but that's just my opinion. I'm not going to try to bash on him, but it's just rude when people snap at you and say good luck. But that's okay. I don't need to bring you on my show for to be like that. So I say to people like that. So, but I'm gonna end it here, guys. Maybe I'll do one tomorrow night or I'll do one Wednesday night. I haven't decided yet. I'm a little burned out, tired. I've been awake since 4 in the morning. So I'm surprised I can even talk, thinking, clearly. So I gotta work tomorrow again. And then I'll be off for the next 2 days. So anyhow, I hope you're all doing well. It's not only working, always working at home. So, but yeah, Duff, I'll let you know when I come on. I'll bring you back on, man, if you got time. But bullshit, dude. Let's talk about it. We'll talk about these, mother effers out there that don't deserve the attention at all. They're just, I don't know. You, it's stories, like especially that guy. I got tired of seeing that guy stuff because once I heard you saying that, oh, I know who you're talking about. That guy drives me nuts. And he does a good job trying to look so serious, but you can tell he's just a goofy little liar. Anyhow, if you'd like to come on the show, I'm not trying to make people run away. If you got a truth to tell and you want to come on the show and speak your truth, just talk about the topic. It's fine too. Um, I'll let you come on the show. Let the audience decide if you're telling the truth or not. And you got to remember, you can't care what people think or say about your experience because it's what you care. It's what you believe. That's what's important. If you truly had these experiences, you won't give a damn what people think or say. You're here to tell your truth, and you know what happened. That's the only thing that matters. You know what happened. It's your experience. F everybody else. Don't worry about that. If you got the truth, speak it. Come on the show. You're more than welcome to. Or otherwise, you're not telling the truth. I just had to say that. Yeah, I set up a. I also set up a calendar on Facebook. So, Ryan told me about it, and I set that up, and Duffy's bringing it up on the chat right now, guys. So, if you like to come on the show, you can always hit that up. I'll upload one. I'll do one right now tonight on Facebook for those of you who are on Facebook. If you want, look for Blake Botel. There's my profile name there, and you'll find Mountain Man Sport of Truth. You'll be able to find me easily. You'll see my face with my beard and all the logos on, to grab. Um, see, I'm getting tired. And you can set up a day, pick a day that's easy for you to come on the show. We'll go for it. And I'll try to get with you well before if I had to reschedule. I apologize for the last minute reschedule with some of the past guests if I did that. I think I have with one, but sometimes the exact thing. Sometimes shit happens. Life, right? Work, things going on. That's just the way it is. So I apologize if I had to reschedule with you, but it's there. I'll refresh it on there and give people a shot to come on the show if they want to tell the truth. Um, I'm not trying to call out people and say they're lying or anything like that, but there's a good majority, I would say a good percentage of people lying. There's great storytellers. That's what I call it, great storytellers, and there's really good, legitimate encounters, experience that people are having. So, like Mr. Duffin and Dom, and I can name off a lot of people, like Al. Rise even had experience in it, so he's dealing with some stuff too. So I think all of us that are open, our minds are open, we're more aware, we see, experience the strange. There's only a certain amount of us that truly are experiencing these things. And all the others, they just want attention. It's just the way it goes. That's okay. Write a book. But there is really legitimate encounters that people write books about. And I think that's important because they'll compare to other people's experience and they go, oh my God, I experienced the same thing. So that's why I got to be careful how I say things in order because I don't want to offend people like that. So, anyhow, guys, if you'd like to come on the show, email me at mountmanett@gmail.com. You can see it right here on the bottom of the screen. If you look down on the bottom there, you'll see email mountmanett@gmail.com. But if it's easier for you, you can leave a comment on the side here, like Duffy has, and reach out to me that way, and I'll see it. Or you can look for me on Facebook. Find me on Facebook and message me, and I'll look for it. If I don't see you on Facebook and you didn't message me there, I'll look in my spam. If you had to, hit me up in the email. Email's a lot easier too. So until next time, guys, let's explore the truth together. A lot more to come to the show. Thank you for staying and hanging out with me tonight. For those of you that pop in probably later on. So I won't be live on that. It's people coming there watching. All right, guys, you take care. Stay tuned. More to come.